Dogs are considered man's best friend, or so they say. But what about the best friend of ancient Egyptians? The answer is still dogs. In today's episode, we will discuss the loyal dogs of ancient Egypt. Make sure to watch until the end. To learn about the most heroic dog in ancient Egypt, the ancient Egyptians kept several breeds of dogs, including hunting dogs, herding dogs, and even dogs that were specifically bred for mummification. Some of these dogs were small, while others were large enough to take down prey such as gazelles. It seems that no matter their size, all dogs were revered by the ancient Egyptians and often mummified when they died. In fact, the ancient Egyptians had a special word for dogs, ayapu, which meant four-legged one. They believed that dogs could protect the pharaohs in the afterlife, and mummies of dogs were found in many royal tombs. King Tutankhamun's tomb included two small dog mummies. These canines date back to 3000 BC and were discovered along with the famous burial mask made from the boy king's actual dog. One of the mummies was placed in a human-sized coffin and wrapped in linen, indicating the high status of dogs in Egyptian culture. In fact, these two mummified dogs were buried with more ceremony than some human servants. This highlights the deep bond between humans and dogs, which has existed for thousands of years. The ancient Egyptians had a particular fondness for small white dogs, which they often kept as pets and occasionally mummified. While these dogs may have been cute and cuddly, they also served an important role in helping the Egyptians detect poisonous snakes. As we all know, snakes were a common danger in Egypt, and having a snake-sniffing dog was an invaluable asset. These dogs would alert their owners to the presence of snakes, allowing them to avoid being bitten. In addition to their snake-detecting abilities, these small white dogs were also cherished by the Egyptians for their beauty and grace. Their mummified remains have been found in many royal tombs, indicating that they were highly valued members of society. The ancient Egyptians kept many dogs as pets, but only one dog breed was officially recognized by the government. This breed, known as the Ankh dog, was typically medium-sized, with floppy ears and a long tail. Despite its relatively small stature, this dog was incredibly brave and strong. It was commonly depicted in art wearing a collar, and was believed to have been used for hunting small game such as hares. Interestingly, the name Ankh dog is thought to be derived from the Egyptian hieroglyph for strong neck, which may have been a reference to the dog's thick and sturdy neck. The Ankh dog played an important role in Egyptian society and was even featured in religious ceremonies. It was considered to be a symbol of the sun god Ra, and was believed to be able to protect the dead on their journey through the underworld. While the Ankh dog was the only officially recognized breed, it's likely that other types of dogs were kept throughout Egypt. Different regions may have had their own unique breeds, such as the Saluki, which is still popular in the Middle East today. The ancient Egyptians kept dogs not only for companionship and protection, but also for their help in hunting and herding animals. Hunting dogs were typically larger and more athletic, while herding dogs were smaller and more agile. In addition to their practical uses, dogs were also revered as sacred animals in Egyptian culture. They were believed to be the embodiment of the goddess Nephthys, and dog-like figures can be seen in many ancient Egyptian artworks. Some of the most famous examples of dog mummies come from the Greek period of ancient Egypt, which lasted from 332 BC to 230 BC. During this time, Alexander the Great conquered Egypt, and the Ptolemaic dynasty ruled over the kingdom. Many wealthy Egyptians during this period kept pet dogs, which they mummified when they died. One notable example is the dog named Osiris, who belonged to a priestess named Tate. Her tomb was discovered in the city of Akhmim, and includes a number of mummified animals, including two baboons, a cat, and of course, Osiris. The dog's mummy was found wrapped in linen and placed in a stone coffin. Another famous dog mummy comes from the tomb of a woman named Kate, who lived during the 1st century BC. Her tomb was discovered in the city of Antinopolis, and it includes a number of mummified animals, including a monkey, a parrot, and 2 dogs. The dogs were believed to be Kate's loyal companions during her lifetime, and they were mummified and buried with her as a sign of respect and affection. Some people believe that dogs are better than humans because they are more loyal. That's why the story of this dog is unbelievable. The owner of this dog left him alone in his apartment for about a week without food or water, but the dog stayed there waiting for his return. But after a few days, the dog became so thirsty that he started drinking water from the toilet bowl. However, on the seventh day, the man came back home and couldn't believe what he saw. He was shocked to see that the dog was still alive. He quickly gave him food and water, and the dog was very grateful for the gesture. So if you think your dog is better than you, then think again. This dog waited for his owner for 7 whole days, which shows how loyal and patient he was. Hats off to this amazing dog. The ancient Egyptians were well aware of the importance of proper burial rituals, and they took great care to preserve the bodies of their deceased loved ones. This was especially true when it came to the mummification of dogs, which was a highly respected and sacred practice. The process of mummifying a dog began with the removal of its internal organs, which were then placed in separate containers or coffins. The body of the dog was then washed and wrapped in layers of linen, along with various amulets and funerary goods. Finally, the entire package was placed in a coffin and sealed with a layer of plaster. This elaborate process was not only a way to honor the dog's loyalty and companionship, but it was also believed to help preserve its body for the afterlife. The ancient Egyptians believed that dogs would play an important role in the afterlife, guiding the souls of the deceased through the underworld and protecting them from evil spirits. By mummifying their dogs, they were ensuring that their loyal companions would be able to continue serving them in the next world. What do you think about this? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Like always, if you enjoyed, be sure to give us a big thumbs up and leave us some love in the comments section. To keep up to date with all our awesome videos, be sure to hit subscribe so you never miss a thing. Until next time, do take good care of yourself.